What's going on? It's your man, Cheeks for Life, baby. Coming at you one time for your mind. You know, we're going to bring you something like we say, each one teach one. And on this episode of Hustlenomics, Stocks for the Blocks, we want to tap into this market, baby, and see what's going on. What's going on, man, with Tesla? Now, it's Tesla versus Ford. You feel what I'm saying? It's Tesla versus Tesla down right now. Tesla down something major now. You know, Tesla did a stock split. It was like 9 and some a share. They do a stock split, break it down, and break it into other multiple shares, and that makes it cheaper to get into. So now it's sitting around 160. Was at like 400 something when they did the stock split. Now it's dropped to 160. And the thing with Tesla, you know, they trying to see, you know, what's the play with Tesla? You know, like, is it? See, the last 2 years, Tesla has shed a lot of its value. You see General Motors right there. Now the EV game is changing. General Motors, Ford, a lot of them is getting into the EV game now. These guys, they just talk about it, but we just reacting to what they saying. And if y'all into Tesla, this is something you need to look at. Some people called Tesla when it was low, $34 a share before it blew up. So now, because this has been one of the worst years of the market, because they getting that pandemic money back. All that money people made in stocks, it's starting to, they try to depress it. It's coming down now. 2023, they saying, expect things to get lower. But if you play options, which is another ball game, and you get into, you can play options on Tesla or play it the stock itself. Now, Ford is like 13 a share. And see, everything with Tesla is tied to China. China slow down, Tesla slow down. Tesla got a big market in China. So it's like they U.S. market. You see what I'm saying? You look at the U.S. market, Q3, and Tesla's in the SP 500. And on those that know about the game and know about the SP 500, you know what the SP 500 is. The SP 500 is an ETF, which it's an ETF, but at the same time, you're able to invest in a bunch of stocks inside the ETF. So your ETF may have a bunch of stocks in it, like it'll have Tesla, it'll have Microsoft, it'll have, just a bunch of different ones. So ETF is like got a little bit of everything in one. So that's what SP is. But Tesla, one of the main drivers of the SP. So if Tesla down, more than likely the SP gonna go down. So and it's 65%. 2021 it was 71%. Now it's like, okay, where's Tesla at? 160 is a good price, but from what they saying, because everything is EV, like you saw the new GM Cadillacs, you saw the new GM trucks, they got new GM EV trucks. Everybody making electric vehicles now. That's where they going. The government been funding it. So now, see, first Tesla blew because they was the most popular EV. But now, not the only boys on the block. So you have to look at that. Anyway, Eli say he's stepping down from Tesla. He's stepping down from the management. So that's, when it comes to the stock market, news like that drives the stock up or down. So if the main guy, Eli, stepping down, that means they finna drive the stock price down. Now, what the market will do, they'll drive it down because they know Tesla's still going to be relevant. They say it take you like maybe 3 months to 60 days to order a car, 2 months if you order one. You buy, use when it is what it is. But with their orders and things like that, not just booming off the chart, like they giving, if you order one, giving you like 3,400 extra if you buy one in a certain time. So all of those little things have something to do with the player where the stock is at. Now, by the stock being at, but if the share come down, it's gonna have some issues, like he said, but it's still gonna, Ford is $13, $14, but those are what they call value stocks, Ford, GM, for the long term. Like Ford 13 some, For the year, it started off 25 this year. Made it up there, now it's back down to 13. So it could go back as high as 25. So if you want to put your money, but you want to try to at least get 100 shares. So you get 100 shares of that, $1,300. You play it like an option. You want to get at least 100 shares, 50 shares, if you can. General Motors, same thing, $38. 100 shares of that. You get 100 shares of that, 3,000. You good to go. Let it sit. Those are shares that those when you buy whole shares of what they call those are what they call value stock. People gonna keep riding Ford trucks. They gonna keep riding the 150s. They gonna keep riding GMC. So it'll never zero out. It'll never zero out. Because if you look at it like, see Neo, General Motors, Ford. See Neo is another. Remember before I was talking about Neo back in the day. And Neo's another EV stock. They out of China. They real heavy in China. So they coming. That's like Tesla's competition. So as you see, things are starting to move and groove. It's like Neo being at where it's set at $12. Neo was as high as 35. So now Neo may get to the 20s or the high 18, 19. So they can't, because it's a Chinese stock. So, you got all the political stuff with China and America. So that affects who invested what, how much money did they, that all that affects. So that's why you got to stay abreast to your news, do your research, read into whatever stocks you're getting into. Make sure that it's something that with time, because I'm not a financial advisor or fiduciary, but I am a licensed life insurance agent. Believe that, so life insurance is a must. But these type of investments, this is what we talk about. Each one teach one. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about Tesla, what y'all think about Ford, General Motors. Do you think they long-term goals? Now, personally, General Motors at that price, to me, you can't lose $13 a share. Put that money there and just let it ride. Just let it ride. You playing the short term, you playing options on it, you play the up and down. That's two sides of investing. You flipping or investing, but just make sure you ain't gambling, you know what I mean? So it's like, with that one being said, I don't really know how, because that's if you want to look at it on the chart tip, I don't really know how it would basically benefit the sense of getting getting Tesla, getting this, or getting the one that just basically, getting one that just basically gives you the go ahead, do what you need to do as far as okay, which way you gonna go? Because let's just say, looking at Ford and Tesla, like look at Tesla right here. See, Tesla was 175 today, dipped down, middle of the day, market opening 8:30. You see right here down the timeline by 11 o'clock, by 12, 1 o'clock, Tesla dipped all the way down to 158, which would have been a buy, which would have been a buy had it dipped into that. But the fact that you didn't dip into it, the fact that you didn't dip into it, it's kind of like, okay, you could have waited right there, caught the up again. So now you see it end of the day on 160. Now that's kind of like right now, that's like a gray area. That 160 is a gray area. Now let's just say if you want to, we go to Robinhood. We can check it out on Robinhood real quick. Now let's just see on Robinhood if you want to mess with Tesla. Now let's just say if you was doing options, right? Now Tesla being at 161, let's just say you want to trade an option. And then real quick, I'm gonna give y'all a quick breakdown on the Tesla option. Now let's just say a Tesla option. You see the price in the middle. The price in the middle, that 161.25, this price right here, that's the actual stock price. 460 is, so say if you want to this day right here, December the 16th, which is Friday, let's just say if you were seeing that, okay, you feel like Tesla was going to go move up $1 to 162. So if you feel that, it'll cost you $4.60. Now imagine that $4.60 is actually $400.60. So off that $400, if it moves $1, option contracts are multiplied by 100, so it'll be that dollar multiplied by 100. So that's $100 you would make off of that 460 if it moved $1 tomorrow. If it moves back to 168, which is $7, $8, then each dollar, boom, boom, boom. 168, that's what? $6. If it do a direct shoot up to that $6, that's $600 off of the 400. If it does that in a day, or if it does it by the 16th. And let's just say if you like, okay, well, let me give it a little more time, like the 30th for the month. These are short options, which they say though, short options are risky, so you got to watch them a little more because your time is short. Let's just say if you want to go to the 30, that same 162 will cost you $8.65, which is $800. So you keep that in mind. So now that 1,000, if it move, and you got till the 30th, but if it make that move by tomorrow, or if it goes to that back to 168 before the 30th, depending on if the movement is choppy, that's what you got to watch for, because it'll go up, come down, go up, come down. And sometimes it's like Pac-Man, chop, 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 chop. Up and down is eating your money up. So you want to watch, that 8 could go to 1,200 and it could come down. So if you don't catch it, that's what it's investing is. You sit back, you watch. That's when people watching charts, watching the movement, watching things of that nature. So like see on this Webull chart, if you watching Tesla, when you watching the chart and it's moving throughout the day, when you see it's here, and they do that, what they call a double top, bam, it hit it once, bam, it hit it twice, bam. And if it don't go up, it's on the way down. Bam, you see it went down from 175, 174, all the way it dropped down to 165, 160. But you see it took a little minute. Now this up and down up in here, that's when money getting ate up. So when it dropped about here, you could have came out, could have caught the bounce, let it drop again. Boom. Now if you would have played a put, I'm gonna show you real quick on this one. See here where it says call and put. Call me, you think it's going up. Put me, you think it's going down. Now you see the puts is green because the chances of it going down are probable. So to cover your ups, let's just say if you thought it was going down, if you felt like it was 162 and I think it's going to go to 160, that's going to cost you 840 if you use that same time. Now let's just say if you thought by next week, the 23rd, if you thought it was going to go down, that'll cost you 690 instead of 8 something. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say if you thought it was going to drop $5 and it cost you, if you thought it was going to drop $5, then you see what it'll cost you if it dropped to like 165 or lower, it'll cost you 580. $5.80, $580. So sometimes what you can do, the more time you got, you play it safe. Now let's just say you thought it was going to drop to 120. You can get a $19 option, $29, $48. You thought it was going to drop from 160 to 135. You know what I mean? It'll cost you what? $78. And let's just say you went with the $78 ones for this week. Even though now, if it don't make it to 135, any movement towards that, you make some. So that's what you watch, you learn. You watch how the numbers work because each number works different. Just a little something to give you a little taste on that. But let me know what y'all think about Tesla versus Ford. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to show you real quick. Now, let's look at Ford on the option tip. Now, Ford, if you want to be a little more conservative with your money, Ford $13 a share. Boom. So if you give Ford it's $13 a share, and that's where it's been. So let's just say it went as high as 15 something. So let's just say with Ford being 13, I said if you think Ford gonna go to $14, it'll cost you $9. $9. But if it go to $14, if it's right at 350 something, you probably get like $40, $50, because you get half of that, honey. If it goes from 1350 to 1450, and that'll cost you $3. But if it hit that 1450, or it makes it 1459, that $4, it's $100 on that $3. So that's a nice chance you're taking. Now, say you get 10 of those contracts, that's $100 multiplied by 2. There it is, just in that short form. You want to get contracts, but we'll break that down in other videos and we bring people on to talk to y'all about it. But let me know what you think, man. Ford versus Tesla. Which one you going with? Which one you think gonna be there for the long haul? And you play the money game. And now they both EV. Hey, Ford gonna be there. How but Ford been a low stock for a long time. You got to look at that too. Know your history and what you Ford, GMC, they've been low stocks for a long time. You know what I mean? GMC, $38, same thing. So, we gonna tap back in with y'all, just dropping a little meat on y'all here. Let me know what you think about Ford, Tesla, which way you gonna go, which way you think you wanna go. I'll play an option, but I don't see, I see, I gotta see. But yeah, these is just something, just something to look at. We're looking at some stocks on the block, ways to make money. These are stocks for the block. Put some meat on y'all head. Anybody got any ideas or something? Just tap in with us. You know what I mean? Each one teach one, baby. That's what we doing over here.